Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining this session on Imagine AWS. My name is Aditya. I am a cloud native specialist, and I am excited to talk you about AWS, which has revolutionized cloud computing and continues to lead in innovation. Today we'll explore AWS history, its market share, customer reach, and key services it provides. AWS has become an essential part of modern IT infrastructure and offers a range of services that cater to various needs in the industry. Overview of the agenda. So this is pretty much what we were going to cover in today's presentation. First, an introduction to cloud computing. Then we'll dive into the history of Imagine AWS. We'll discuss AWS market share, its position in the cloud computing industry. We'll explore the key services AWS provides. We will cover detailed information on compute services, storage services, database services, networking services, security and identity services, management and governance services, analytics services, machine learning services, IoT services, developer tools, application integration services, media services, migration and transfer services. We'll also share some customer success stories, and finally we will discuss the future of AWS and have a Q&A session. Introduction to cloud computing. By definition, cloud computing is the delivery of computing services, including servers, storage, databases, networking, software analytics, and intelligence over the internet or cloud. What are the key characteristics of cloud computing? On-demand self-service. Users can provision services, resources as needed automatically without requiring human interaction with each service provider. Next, broad network access. Services are available over the network and accessed through standard mechanisms that promote use of heterogeneous thin or thick client platform. Then resource pooling. The providers computing resources are pooled to serve multiple consumers using multi-tenant model. Then rapid elasticity. Capabilities can be elastically provisioned and released to scale rapidly outward and inward commensurate with demand. And measured services. Cloud systems automatically control and optimize resource use by leveraging a metering capability. And lastly, the benefits. Cost savings. It reduces IT operational cost and pay only for what you use. Scalability. It scale resources up or down based on demand. Flexibility. It accesses a wide range of services and capabilities. Disaster recovery. Implement reliable disaster recovery solutions without significant upfront investment. Automatic software updates. Get automatic software updates and patches from cloud service provider without any intervention. Then next is history of Imagine AWS. So it was launched in year 2006 by Imagine to provide a suite of cloud computing services, and since then it is evolving itself. So in 2006, S3, simple storage service, and elastic compute cloud, these two uh, services were launched. These foundational services marked AWS entry into the cloud computing model. 2010, AWS becomes profitable, demonstrating the commercial viability of cloud services. 2015, annual revenue of AWS surpasses $7 billion, reflecting rapid customer adaptation and expansion in services. 2020, AWS revenue exceeds 45 billion US dollars, solidifying its position as a market leader. Then next, key milestones. In 2008, it has launched CloudFront, a content delivery network service. 2014, it has introduced AWS Lambda, which is the serverless compute service that allows you to run code without provisioning and managing servers. And 2017, it has launched SageMaker, a fully managed service that provides every developer and data scientist with the ability to build, train, and deploy machine learning models quickly. Then AWS market share. The current position, AWS is the leading cloud service provider globally, and it holds about 33% of the global cloud market share, leading the industry. Then comes Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, and others. And it serves millions of active customers, including startups, enterprises, and government agencies. It notable customers include Netflix, Airbnb, NASA, JPL, and Samsung. It continues to experience annual growth in revenue and customer base, driven by continuous innovation and expansion of its services. Then key AWS services. So AWS offers more than 400 fully featured services across different categories, catering to different needs and use cases. It provides compute service, so where we can run applications that mimic a virtual machine or a computing platform. It provides storage services, database services, networking, security, management, analytics, machine learning, IoT, developer tools, application integration, media, and migration services. So this comprehensive suite of services allows AWS to support virtually any cloud workload. And we'll discuss about compute service. What are the compute service it provides? EC2. So EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. It provides resizable compute capacity in the cloud. It allows you to quickly scale capacity both up and down as your computing requirements change. The next, Lambda, which implements the serverless architecture. So Lambda is a serverless compute service that runs code in response to events and automatically manages the compute resource required by the code. Next is ECS, Elastic Container Service, or EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Service. So it is the container orchestration services for running Docker containers and managing Kubernetes clusters. Then Lightsail, it provides developers with compute, storage, and networking capacity to deploy and manage website and web applications on the cloud. Then Batch, it enables you to run batch computing workloads on the AWS cloud efficiently. And next service, storage service. So most popular one, S3, scalable. It's a scalable object storage. And the 3S are simple storage service. It provides scalable object storage for a wide range of data storage use cases. S3 is designed to deliver 99.9999999% durability. That is 11 nines in total. Then comes next, EBS, Elastic Block Store. It provides persistent block storage volumes for use with EC2 instances. Each EBS volume is automatically replicated within its own availability zone. Then Glacier, it's a low-cost storage service for data archiving and long-term backup. It provides secure and durable storage at a very low cost. Then next, EFS, Elastic File System. So it's a scalable file storage for use with AWS cloud services and on-premises resources. It is designed to be highly available and durable. Lastly, FSX. So it is a Windows and Lustre file system. It offers fully managed file systems optimized for Windows-based applications and for Lustre workloads. Then DB services. So database services are RDS, Relational Database Service. It makes it easy to set up, operate, and scale a relational database in the cloud. It supports multiple database engines, include MySQL, PostgreSQL, MariaDB, Oracle, and SQL Server. Then DynamoDB, it is the NoSQL DB. It's a fast and flexible NoSQL database service for any scale. It is fully managed and supports both documents and key value store models. Then Aurora, a MySQL and PostgreSQL compatible relational database built for the cloud, combining the performance and availability of high-end commercial databases with simplicity and cost effectiveness of open source databases. Then Redshift, it's a fully fast managed data warehouse that makes it simple and cost effective to analyze your data using standard SQL and existing BI tools. Then DocumentDB, it's a scalable managed document database service that supports MongoDB workloads. Then networking service that includes VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. It enables you to provision a logically isolated section of the AWS cloud where you can launch AWS resources in a virtual network that you define. Then Route 53, it's a scalable and highly available domain name systems web service designed to route end user requests to internet application. Then CloudFront, a content delivery network service that securely delivers data, videos, application, and APIs to customers globally with low latency and high transfer speeds. And Data Connect, a dedicated network connection from your premises to AWS. It enables you to establish a private connection between AWS and your data center, office, or co-location environment. Then API Gateway, it's a fully managed service that makes it easy for developers to create, publish, maintain, monitor, and secure APIs at any scale. Then Security and Identity Service. Firstly, IAM, Identity and Access Management Service. It enables you to manage access to AWS services and resources securely. You can create and manage AWS users and groups and use permissions to allow and deny their access to AWS resources. Then Cognito, it lets you add user sign up, sign in, and access control to your web and mobile apps quickly and easily. GuardDuty, a threat detection service that continuously monitors for malicious activity, unauthorized behavior to protect your AWS accounts and workloads. Then Inspector, it's an automated security assessment service that helps improve the security and compliance of applications deployed on AWS. And KMS, Key Management Service, makes it easy to create and control the encryption keys used to encrypt your data. Then Management and Governance Service. First one, CloudWatch, very popular. It provides monitoring and observability of your AWS resources and applications. It collects and tracks metrics, collects and monitor log files, and it sets alarms. Then CloudFormation, it allows you to model and set up your Amazon Web Services resources so that you can spend less time managing these resources and more time focusing on your application. Then config gives you visibility and it provides AWS resource inventory, configuration history, and configuration change notifications to enable security and governance. Then system manager, it's in operational for operational insights and actions, gives you visibility, control of your infrastructure on AWS. System manager provides a unified user interface to view operational data from multiple AWS services. Then lastly, the control tower. It provides easiest way to set up and govern a secure multi-account AWS environment based on AWS best practices. Then analytics services. So Athena. So it's an interactive query service that makes it easy to analyze data in Amazon S3 using standard SQL. Elastic MapReduce. It provides managed Hadoop framework that makes it easy, fast, cost-effective to process vast amounts of data across dynamically scalable Amazon EC2 instances. Kinesis, it makes it easy to collect, process, and analyze real-time streaming data. QuickSight, a fast cloud-powered business intelligence service that makes it easy to deliver insights to everyone in your organization. Then Redshift, it's not only a data warehouse but also integrates with various AWS services for analytics and processing. Then the machine learning services. SageMaker, it enables you to build, train, and deploy machine learning models quickly. It provides every developer and data scientist with ability to build, train, and deploy machine learning models quickly. Rekognition makes it easy to add image and video analysis to your application using proven, highly scalable deep learning technology. Comprehend, a natural language processing service that uses machine learning to find insights and relationships in the text. Lex, it builds conversational interfaces into any application using voice and text. Then Poly, it is a text-to-speech service that uses advanced deep learning technologies to synthesize speech that sounds like a human voice. Then next, IoT services. First one, IoT Core. It enables you to connect IoT devices to the cloud. You can securely connect and manage devices, gather data, and analyze and act on the data. Then Greengrass, it extends AWS to S devices so that you can act locally on the data they generate while still using the cloud for management, analytics, and durable storage. Then IoT Analytics makes it easy to run sophisticated analytics on massive volumes of IoT data without having to manage complex infrastructure. IoT Device Defender, an IoT security service that audits device configurations to ensure they comply with security best practices. Then FreeRTOS, an operating system for microcontrollers that makes small, low-power edge devices easy to program, deploy, secure, connect, and manage. Then developer tools like Code Commit. It's a source control service that hosts a secure Git-based repositories. Then Code Build. It's a fully managed build service that compiles source code, run tests, and produces software packages that are ready to deploy. Then Code Deploy. It automates software deployments to variety of compute services such as Amazon EC2, AWS Fargate, AWS Lambda, and your own premises services. Then code pipeline, it's a continuous integration and continuous delivery service, basically a CI/CD service for first reliable application and infrastructure updates. Then lastly, Cloud9, it's an IDE, it's a cloud-based integrated development environment that lets you write, run, and debug your code with just a browser. And application integration services, one is step functions. It makes it easy to coordinate the components of distributed applications and microservices using visual workflow. Simple notification services, so it's a fully managed messaging service for both application to application and application to person communication. Then SQS, it's sending emails. Simple queue service, a fully managed service, messaging queue service that enables you to decouple and scale microservices. Distributed system and serverless application. And MQ is a messaged broker service for Apache ActiveMQ that makes it easy to set up and operate message brokers in the cloud. And AppFlow, it's a fully managed integration service that helps you transfer data between AWS services and SaaS applications securely. And media services, Elastic Transcoder, it's a highly scalable, easy to use, cost effective way for developers and businesses to convert or transcode media files from their source format into versions that will playback on devices like smartphones, tablets, and PCs. Then Media Convert, it's a file-based video transcoding service with broadcast grade features. Media Live, a broadcast grade live video processing service. Then Media Package, it prepares and protects your video for delivery over the internet. Then Kinesis video streams, it makes it easy to securely stream video from connected devices to AWS for analytics, machine learning, and other processing. Then migration and transfer services, first one, DMS, database migration service. It helps you migrate databases to AWS quickly and securely. Snowball, it's a petabyte scale data transport solution that uses secure appliances to transfer large amounts of data into and out of the AWS cloud. Then server migration service, a server migration service helps you migrate on-premises servers to AWS easily and quickly. Data sync, it's a data transfer service that makes it easy for you to automate moving data between on-premises storage and AWS storage devices. And migration hub, it provides single location to track the progress of application migration across multiple AWS and partner solutions. And few customer success stories, how different AWS customers have used AWS to make their business a success. First one, Netflix, which is a very popular streaming platform. It has used AWS to deliver billions of hours of content to customers around the globe. Airbnb, it's global accommodations platform. It uses AWS to manage and scale its business, providing reliable and scalable infrastructure. Expedia, provides travel services. It has leveraged AWS to enhance its global travel platform, enabling rapid innovation and reliable performance. And NASA JPL, it's known for space exploration. So it has used AWS for storing and processing data from Mars rovers and other space missions. And Samsung, it's the very well-known consumer electronics brand. It has utilized AWS to enhance its smart devices with AI and machine learning capabilities. Then future of AWS. So it will AWS continues to innovate with advancements in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and Internet of Things, and grows. Expansions, it is expanding its global infrastructure with new regions and availability zones, providing more options for redundancy and low latency. Sustainability, AWS is committed to sustainability and aims to use 100% renewable energy for its global infrastructure. And lastly, partnership. AWS is growing its ecosystem of partners and integrators, offering more solutions and services to customers. So this is the end of the presentation. Now the time for Q&A. Thanks for your kind attention. Let's open the floor for any questions you might have about AWS. Feel free to ask anything about AWS services, its usage, best practices, or any other related topic. Thank you, guys. If you want to reach out to me, you can always reach out to me on my email ID, on my mobile, and this is the Cloud Native Journey is my personal website where I write post about Cloud Native, and you can also connect to me on my LinkedIn profile. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye.